Hello everybody, it's Tom and Jerry Fan64 here, and I was going to do this video on the 25th, but I decided I'm going to do it today. So it's now time to do my top 25 favorite movies of 2022. I know I said I was going to do this on the 25th, but I'm going to do it today instead. I'm going to do it 2 days early. And before we get into the list, this is my personal list of my favorite movies of the year. But before we go on to the top 25 list, I do have some honorable mentions, including Strange World, Pinocchio 2022, the live-action remake from 2022 from Robert Zemeckis, Father of the Bride, the 2022 movie with Andy Garcia, Sneakerella, the Bob's Burgers movie, Moonfall, which, yes, I did enjoy the movie. I respect your opinion if you guys don't like it. Catwoman Hunted, The Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, The Fallout, Amsterdam, Kimi, and The Survivor. Which, if you don't know what the movie The Survivor is about Harry Haft, who was a boxer during World War II. So yeah, now let's get on to my top 25 list. Number 25 is Black Adam. This movie I really enjoyed. Even though a lot of people were weren't very happy about this movie, I enjoyed it. Dwayne Johnson is really good as the character Black Adam. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, Black Adam is a really underrated movie of this year. One of my biggest guilty pleasures of the year. And number 24 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I know that Durant Cinema, who I'm friends with on Facebook, didn't really care for this movie. I enjoyed it. It's not quite as good as Spider-Man No Way Home, but I still think this movie is really awesome. And seeing John Krasinski stole the show in this movie. John Krasinski did as Mr. Fantastic. He was great in this movie. A part of me, I'm hoping that John Krasinski is going to be playing Mr. Fantastic in the new Fantastic Four movie. I hope the new Fantastic Four movie that's going to be in the MCU is good, but we'll have to see. So yeah, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness definitely deserves the 24th spot. Number 23 is a movie that I don't know if anybody, for some reason no one is talking about, and that is Tom and Jerry Cowboy Up. This is an animated movie about Tom and Jerry called Cowboy Up. This one was really awesome. It's everything I wanted Tom and Jerry to be. It was a really great movie, really great animation, and it definitely has a lot of heart too. So yeah, number 22 is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roger Rules, the 2022 movie. And I will talk about the worst movies of 2022 in my video of the top 7 best TV shows. So yeah, or maybe I might just talk about the worst movies. I might talk about the worst movies in another video, probably. So yeah, number 22 is definitely Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roger Rules, the animated version from 2022. This was a really great, this one I thought was better than the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid that was animated, and I can't wait for the last straw to get an animated movie. So yeah, number 22 is definitely Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roger Rules. Number 21 is a movie that I know a lot of people were disappointed by, but I enjoyed the hell out of it, and that is Jurassic World Dominion. The fact that they brought back all the actors from Jurassic Park, except for Richard Attenborough, rest in peace, they brought all the original characters from Jurassic Park, including Sam Neill as Alan Grant, excuse me, and Jeff Goldblum as, what was his character's name? I don't know what Jeff Goldblum returns in a bigger role this time, and Laura Dern, excuse me, plays Ellie Sattler. So yeah, I thought Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill and Laura Dern both stole the show. This is definitely my second favorite in the Jurassic World series. It's nowhere near as good as the first Jurassic World, but it's definitely better than Fallen Kingdom by a long shot. So number 20 is See How They Run. I know you're probably thinking this movie should be higher, but there's a lot more movies that I think are better than See How They Run. This one is a really, really great movie. I don't enjoy it as much as other people do, but really, really great movie. See, at number 19 is Uncharted, the only video game movie that's on this list. I will try to, I will try to see Sonic the Hedgehog 2 one of these days, and then I'll do another video of my favorite movies of 2022. We'll see. See, Uncharted I saw in the theaters. It was a great movie. Absolutely fantastic movie in my personal opinion. I know a lot of people didn't like it, and a lot of people say that Mark Wahlberg should have been Nathan Drake, which I agree. Even though Tom Holland did a pretty good job as Nathan Drake. And Antonio Banderas is definitely plays a really great villain. So yeah, number 18 is Disenchanted. This one got really, really mixed to negative reviews, but I enjoyed the hell out of the sequel. Even though I kind of wish this movie was released in theaters, but I enjoyed this movie nonetheless. So yeah, this was a really, really great sequel. It definitely has the same amount of magic that's in the first one. Even though I preferred the first Enchanted over this movie, but this movie was still great and highly underrated. At number 17 is Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, the movie, which I really enjoyed. And I really enjoyed the fact that what they did with Ugly Sonic. I don't think that's a spoiler, but I really enjoyed what they did with Ugly Sonic. He was great in this movie. And if you don't know what Ugly Sonic is, it was the original design for the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So yeah, I really enjoyed a lot about this movie, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, and Andy Samberg was great as one of the main characters. At number 16 is another Marvel movie, Thor: Love and Thunder, which I really enjoyed. And sadly, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is not on my list because I haven't seen it yet. So number 16 is definitely Thor: Love and Thunder. This movie wasn't quite as good as Thor: Ragnarok, but I enjoyed the hell out of this movie still. It was a really great movie, really, really sad in some parts, and definitely one of the more brutal Marvel movies. Same thing with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And another thing I forgot to mention about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I loved that it was directed by Sam Raimi. So yeah, at number 15 is a Christmas Story Christmas, which was released on HBO Max. This movie was a great sequel. It isn't quite as good as the original Christmas Story, but still pretty darn close. Pretty damn close, excuse my language. I thought Christmas Story Christmas was close to being as good as the original, but I think this movie, the sequel, is definitely better than the 2012 direct-to-video sequel that we got called A Christmas Story 2. That one sucked. But this sequel was definitely better, and it was everything I wanted it to be, because I really enjoyed the original. So yeah, number 14 is Hocus Pocus 2. This one isn't quite as good as the first Hocus Pocus, but I really enjoyed this movie. And I'm going to try to do this video quickly. I'm going to talk about most of these, but I'm not going to talk... If you want to see my more in-depth thoughts, you probably check out my reviews. Number 13 is DC League of Super Pets. Really, really great movie. Really, really great animated movie. And it also has Keanu Reeves as... not Superman. Batman, excuse me. So number 12 is Lightyear. This is a really, really great movie. I'm definitely going to get this movie on either DVD or Blu-ray when it goes down in price. Number 11 is Jackass Forever. Excuse my language. This is definitely my favorite out of the Jackass movies. You guys are probably saying, why isn't this movie higher? There's a few other movies that are way better. But Jackass Forever was freaking hilarious. It was so funny as hell. So yeah, and number 10 is Scream 5, which is definitely my favorite out of the Scream sequels. If you guys haven't seen Scream 5, I highly recommend you watch the first 4 before you watch the 5th one. I'm definitely going to get this movie on DVD. So yeah, Scream 5 is my second favorite Scream movie after the original. And I liked that it was a great tribute to Wes Craven. And I liked that the Jackass Forever was a great tribute to Ryan Dunn. Rest in peace. So yeah, number 9 is another Pixar movie. Number 9 is Turning Red, which is a really, really great movie. I wish this one got released in theaters, but it only got released on Disney Plus. But the good news is it was released on Blu-ray, but it just got released on Disney Plus. I really enjoyed Turning Red. It's probably my favorite Pixar movie of the entire year, next to Lightyear. So yeah, at number 8 is the Hellraiser 2022 remake that was directed by David Bruckner, and it stars Jamie Clayton as Pinhead. I enjoyed the Hellraiser 2022 movie. It's probably my fourth favorite in the Hellraiser series. After, I think it's just as good as the third one, but I don't think it's as good as the first two. But I think this might be my third or fourth favorite Hellraiser film, and I will try to watch the other ones. So yeah, and this one was released straight to Hulu. Number 7 is The Lost City. I really enjoyed this movie. This is easily my favorite Sandra Bullock performance in a long time, since The Blind Side and Gravity. So yeah, at number 6 is Elvis. This one's directed by Baz Luhrmann, who directed the movie Moulin Rouge and The Great Gatsby. I've seen The Great Gatsby, and that's a great movie. I haven't seen the movie Moulin Rouge, but I do have to watch it. This one is even better than The Great Gatsby. This is probably my favorite Baz Luhrmann movie as of right now. I still need to rewatch The Great Gatsby remake from 2013 with Leonardo DiCaprio, but Elvis I thought was better. This is a really, really great movie. And Austin Butler was great as Elvis Presley, and Tom Hanks was great as Colonel Tom Parker. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. So yeah, number 5 is The Batman. You're probably saying this one should be higher up on the list, but it's still in my top 5. So yeah, The Batman was a great surprise. I was not too sure about Robert Pattinson playing Batman, but he did a phenomenal job. So yeah, John Turturro is great as Carmine Falcone, and Paul Dano was fantastic as the Riddler, and same with Colin Farrell as the Penguin. And I also liked the actor who played Jeffrey Wright, who played Commissioner Gordon. And I also liked Andy Serkis as Alfred. So yeah, now on to the top 4. Number 4 is Barbarian, probably one of my favorite horror movies of the year. Number 2 at least. Really, really great horror movie, and Justin Long was great in this movie. So yeah, now on to the top 3. My number 3 is Prey, the latest Predator film. This one I really enjoyed. I know Kyle, aka Jurassic Godzilla fan, really didn't like this movie. I enjoyed it. I respect his opinion. So yeah, and here's the top 2. If you want to hear my more in-depth thoughts on Prey, you guys should check out my review, but only if you want to. And here's the top 2. Number 2 used to be my number 1, but there was one movie in particular that beat it. Number 2 was almost my number 1, but it is Top Gun Maverick, which I do have the steelbook. I got the steelbook right here. I have the steelbook right here. So yeah, really, really great steelbook. And so much so that I watched this movie twice in theaters, and I got the 4K steelbook. So yeah, and Top Gun Maverick I saw twice in theaters. It was a great movie. One of Tom Cruise's best movies ever, in my personal opinion. So yeah, and number 1 is the movie that beat Top Gun Maverick. The number 1 is, without a doubt, I already mentioned this movie on my review, but I'm going to mention it again. My number 1 favorite movie of 2022 is none other than Avatar: The Way of Water. This was a fantastic movie. This one beat Top Gun Maverick, surprisingly. Top Gun Maverick's now my second favorite, and this one, Avatar: The Way of Water, I enjoyed quite a lot more than the first one, in my opinion. Even though don't get me wrong, I love the original Avatar movie, but I think the second one might be better. But I think they're both good, but I would have to choose the second one over the first. So yeah, that is it for my review that's it for my top 25 favorite movies of 2022, which I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're generous enough, please consider leaving a like on this video and subscribe, plus it really helps out. And I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye everybody, adios.